Welcome back to Super Mario 64. Last time we went through the entirety of Lethal Lava Land as well as getting the last star in Big Boo's Haunt, and now we're gonna head off to the next course, which is oddly behind this wall here. This is a painting, somehow. Anyway, this is Shifting Sandland, a place that I think is actually pretty similar to Lethal Lava Land. For one thing, there's a lot of places where you can die easily, such as this quicksand, kind of similar to the floor hazard of lava, although there are ways to get out of it. And there's pretty easy ways to traverse this area as well. In here there's a shell, and in here there is a wing cap. And we're gonna need this wing cap in order to get the star, or at least I like to use it to get the star. These pillars here are odd. Mario can just run up them for some reason. I don't know why that is. And these shy guys that are flying around, these fly guys, they are very dangerous because they do not just fly. They will shoot fireballs at you if you're just standing around on one of these pillars. So make sure that you kill them any chance you get. Or at least make sure that they don't hurt you. Hopefully I could actually get the star here. The goal is to touch the talons of this bird over here, and by doing so the star will shoot itself somewhere else, but I just can't seem to touch it. I think I'm gonna go refill my wing cap first because it feels like it's gonna be running out in just a little bit, so might as well ensure myself. There we go. I think I got it now. I just have to get it as it's turning toward me. And that should be good. There we go. And the star decides to shoot itself way over there. It's not exactly clear where it is because it went through the pyramid, but it's pretty easy to get to. Just gotta fly on over and touch it. There's our first star in Shifting Sandlands. Star number 2, shining atop the pyramid. I'm not exactly sure if we're going on top of the pyramid, but again, wing cap will be very helpful here, if I could actually get the damn thing. That should not be good. Maybe a backflip? Okay, perfect. Well, almost perfect. And you might have actually seen the stars we were flying over in the last star. I was gonna say stage, but I caught myself. You can see it right over there. It's not too difficult to get to. Too bad I'm flying very slowly here. Another triple jump from here ought to do the trick. And, oh, no, never mind. I don't want to fall off the pyramid, though. You know what? I'll grab another wing cap, and I'll head to one of the pillars that ought to do the trick. Something with the fly guys, similar to, those weird things that we saw in Cool Cool Mountain, is that if you jump off of their heads, they will cause you to spin around and float through the air. Oh, apparently we've got a new message. And Bowser's apparently appeared in the third section of the castle, but we don't really have to deal with that right now. Now we have to actually go inside the pyramid. Another similarity to Lethal Lava Land, you know, besides the music, the traversal, the floor hazards, is that it actually has two sections. Inside the volcano for Lethal Lava Land, and inside the pyramid for Shifting Sandland. Of course, it's pretty easy to get into both of them. You just go right on through. Oddly enough, though, the pyramid music is actually different from the, whatchamacallit, the music outside. Like, the volcano music, I'm pretty sure was the same, no matter where you were. By which I mean the same as regular Lethal Lava Land. But here, it's the underground music remix, which is used for a stage that we'll be getting to a bit later. May or may not be the next course. I don't know. I honestly don't, because I don't remember the course numbers. Here inside the pyramid, there's a lot of vertical platforming that we're gonna have to do. Maybe I could do a little skip right here. Perfect. Oh, don't hit me, Goomba. Okay. It's a bit more confusing than inside the volcano, though. Rightfully so. It is, you know, an ancient pyramid. It's probably been built rather than the volcano, which is a natural structure, even though it has weird elevators inside of it. And the whole game takes place in a painting. These are grates that Mario's using as monkey bars here. You just have to jump up to them and hold the A button in order to hang on. Not too difficult of a thing. Around here, there's this weird rolling thing. You might have heard thwomp sounds earlier. I forget the names of these enemies, but they essentially squish you just like thwomps, but they're arranged differently. So instead of like thwomps going straight up and down, some of them will jump from side to side. Some of them will not even jump, they'll just roll over you. Pretty odd enemies, and I don't think they brought them back in further games, even though there's another enemy here that's kind of similar. It's outside the pyramid. I'll talk about it when we get to it, but they do bring that one back in further games. Specifically Galaxy is where I recall it the most. And if I could just get on top of this guy, jeez. Well, I don't think it matters. Well, he stood still there, so it didn't matter. But, oh no. Well, I fell down, and I might be in quicksand now. Hopefully not. Okay. So, if you do fall into the sand, you're going to want to stay on these platforms because you will eventually sink, as you can see here. Just keep tapping the jump button and Mario will eventually get out. And you want to go for a low ledge like this one in order to jump out. Actually, I don't think that's low enough. Let's try and find somewhere else. Right here would be perfect, actually. I'll meet you back up there. And we're pretty much back. Just gotta get around this big thwomp thing again. I didn't take the time to look up the name. Ah well. Anyway, just kind of climb up this slope here that's really slippery for some reason. And we were right at the star as I fell down. That's just my luck. Now we have stand on the 4 pillars, the ones that I said you could just run up for some reason. We need to get on those, and again, gonna be using the wing cap in order to do so because it's the most convenient in my opinion. If I could get up there. Oh, come on. Do I need to do it from farther? Do I need to actually triple jump? I did a back flip before to get up there. Hold on. 1, 2... Alright, that ought to do the trick. The pillars are a bit finicky, or so I hear. So, kind of walk around on them. I'm not sure if a number's supposed to pop up or anything like that. Just keep walking around, and then fly to the next one. And I do mean fly, because you see that weird colored sand that's around us? It instantly kills Mario. I did not want to show an example game, but thanks anyway. Let's try that again. And hey, I actually made the triple jump on my first, you know, go at it this time. Okay. Now, I'll actually do it. Maybe the best choice would be to touch the coin in order to make sure that you're on the pillar. For some reason, the pillars have the sand effects. I don't know why that is. Like you see as Mario walks around, little particles coming off his feet. Kind of odd, but whatever. That might... Well, no. I was going to say it might be just for surfaces that are really odd slopes that Mario can climb up, but that's actually not the case because there will be surfaces like that later that I'll talk about later, but not talk about now. And hey, that counted. So let's head to the top of the pyramid. Well, this is the star that should have been called top of the pyramid. Whatever. Now we're in this cage here. I think this might actually be the boss fight of this area. I did want to talk about boss fights for a little bit. In Mario 64, there aren't very many. There's this one that we're about to fight. And there are some enemies that are kind of boss-like. For example, something like the big bully. he's kind of a boss, but not really in my opinion. He's just a bigger version of an enemy that we've already seen before. King Bob-omb I wouldn't consider a boss because, actually I would consider a boss because he plays differently. Well, you fight him differently than the regular Bob-ombs. And this guy right here, Igor, I think is his name. You basically have to punch the eyeballs in his fists. Oh god, oh god. That was bad. I think there's a checkpoint in the pyramid like with the volcano, so I'm not too bad. Okay, perfect. Anyway, as I was talking about before, King Bob-omb, that's what I consider a boss because he plays differently. Well, you fight him differently than the regular Bob-ombs, and then big bullies, I don't because they are defeated just like regular bullies. This Igor here, there's no enemy that's similar to it at all, so I consider it a boss. Same with Bowser, as we encountered before. But there aren't really many bosses in Super Mario 64 by that logic. There's King Bob-omb, there's this boss, Igor, there's Bowser. Again, like, Big Bully, Big Boo don't really count to me. So those are actually the only ones I could think of. Maybe I'm missing some. Maybe we'll see more as time goes on. But that's all I could think of. Anyway, strategies for beating Igor, since I didn't talk about that at all. When one of his hands opens, one of the eyes opens as well. When you punch the eye, that hand will basically reset into a neutral position. Well, that was weird of me to say. Reset into a neutral position. And then you could go to the other hand and punch that one. That's basically how I fight the boss. I go for the right hand first, then I hit the left hand, and then go back to the right hand. Continue on until, I think, 3 hits on each hand will defeat the boss. I saw that red coin. Don't think you could hide from me. Now we're going around collecting red coins, and it does say fly for red coins, so yes, we are going to have to use the wing cap once again. I think there might have been one, yeah, all the way at the beginning. Insomniac tier hiding skills right there, Nintendo. These actually are pretty difficult. For example, this one is on a slope. Well, kind of on a slope. Like this wall right here, if you touch it, you're sliding down. And you're sliding down far enough to where you could touch the quicksand-ish stuff over here and basically die. I think you immediately die if you touch that stuff. I'm not quite sure, and I don't want to test it. The star said fly, so let's fly. I don't actually find as much use for the shell here as I do in something like Lethal Lava Land. And these right here were the enemies that I was talking about before that are brought back in other Mario games, and I died again. I need to get good at this whole depth perception thing. Anyway, back to collecting red stars. Red coins. Of course, I forget about the one that's first over here. I probably shouldn't be doing such acrobatic moves, but I'm just in a acrobatic mood, and that's getting me to die. You know, I have half a mind to actually speed up the red coins. That may or may not be a good thing. Well, I'll just talk anyway in case I actually don't speed them up, if I'm feeling lazy. Probably not. I'm probably not going to speed them up because they're all in locations that we haven't seen before, aside from the first 2 that I've already gotten. So, actually going to show them all. Disregard everything that I've said up till this point from whatever time I said that I'm going to be speeding it up. That's an odd sentence. Anyway, grab the wing cap and let's fly. This time, I think I'll go for the ones around the pillars instead of the ones near the Tox boxes. That is the name of those enemies. And the reason I say that they're the same is some enemies in Galaxy is because the way they're designed is that there's 6 sides to them, like a die, and one side has a hole in it that allows you to get inside and be safe, essentially. Look, there's a little oasis here. That's pretty nice. And in Galaxy and Galaxy 2, there are enemies that are similar to this that flip around like die in a set pattern. And there are certain spots on them where you can hide inside of them. They are graphically superior, of course. They have big teeth and big eyes and are actually quite scary looking. And just like most squishing enemies in Galaxy, they will actually kill you instantly upon, you know, you getting crushed. In this game, you take like 3 slices of damage. And luckily, unlike with that boss we just fought, they don't take away 3 repeatedly until you die. This is actually a bit more difficult than I thought it would be. Come on, grab it. There we go. The bird that's flying around, I forget its name. But it will try to swoop at you and steal something from you because you stole something from it. It will take Mario's hat. And I think without Mario's hat, he takes more damage. And he also takes damage from hitting his head on a block. So, don't lose your hat, is my main point. It's very detrimental, although you possibly can get through the game without wearing Mario's hat. I'm not sure if losing the hat has anything to do with, like grabbing the wing or Vanish Cap. I don't think that it means anything in the long run, but, maybe it does. Either way, just don't lose it. It's a bad time if you do. Hopefully I actually dodged the bird, and that was close. There's a Bob-omb Buddy here, preparing a cannon for us. We actually just saw the cannon. It was where that red block was. Wing cap block. Yeah. Anyway, I feel like I need a refill on this because it's running out. So I'm just gonna grab another one real fast. And then actually head to the star. We don't need to take the cannon at all in this level, I don't think. So let's get out of here. And there we go. 5th star of Shifting Sandlands. That's actually pretty fast. And the next one is actually going to be pretty slow. I don't quite remember this one, but I do remember it, like, being kind of annoying. Pyramid puzzle. Not exactly, you know, specific with its words. Not the best hint, I should say. I guess we gotta go inside the pyramid. If I recall, there's some specific stuff that you have to do in here that's quite vague. So I'll just see if I can figure it out and then actually do it. And then we could get to the 100 coin mission, which, since I didn't do it during this other mission bit, like, what am I trying to say? Since I didn't do the 100 coin mission during, like, the gathering of the 6 red coins, I'm definitely going to speed that one up. It's honestly more convenient for everyone if I do that. And I did not mean to jump into here. Oh, geez. Hopefully I can actually make it out. It looks like I can. It's not that big of a deal. But I actually need to step on a platform now. And there's conveniently one right near me. Okay. This time, long jump correctly. Oh, you know what it is? It's the camera. Or maybe it's my control stick. I don't know. It's something that's messing me up. And here's the actual legitimate way to get up onto that area above. I kind of cheated by triple jumping. There's just a bit of platforming that you have to do. And some stairs that you have to walk up. As you can see, there's more grates here if you want to collect coins, or a 1-up if you go on top of the grates. But I don't really need that. I'm just going to continue on. I think you will get crushed if you stand on that not thwomp thing for long enough. So, don't. And I don't feel like taking the grates because it's a bit slow, so I'll just triple jump above them or miss horribly. Let's try that again. This time from a standstill. Got it. And I don't need to care about coins right now because this isn't the 100 coin mission. Hopefully I could walk right over that guy. Perfect. I guess you wouldn't want to do so while he's rolling. I kind of got him in a good spot where he was just sitting still. And around here, I think, is where the star starts. There should be a little, like, sand fall. That's the best way to put it. Around here somewhere. Oh, there it is, right there. Hold on, let me zoom in again. We need to, I think, grab that coin and then fall down the sand fall. I think that's what we're supposed to do. Not exactly sure. Yeah, we could just ride this guy to the end. Now I'm bored. Let's actually run it. We need to fall right here. And there's the first secret, I guess. And they're all just kind of around the sandfall, so we could just jump off and grab them. You don't want to actually touch the sandfall, because you'll actually be carried by the sand. Yeah, you see there's a little path here. Once you do grab those first three, though, then it's fine. You can just let the sand take you. And actually, make sure you grab the coins. Don't miss any of them. There's only 5, though. And right at the end is the star. Let's speed it up a bit by jumping. And hopefully I don't miss it. Okay, cool. Now it's time for the 100 coin mission. Future me is back once more for another 100 coin collecting mission. This time the song I chose is the Gerudo Desert / Valley / Training Grounds. Wait, no. The Training Grounds is actually like a dungeon. Just, you know, the desert theme when you're outside in daytime in The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. It's a really good track, probably my favorite besides like Ocarina songs. And also second favorite Spanish guitar-ish sounding song in all of video gaming. First, I'm not gonna explicitly say, but it's from Kid Icarus Uprising. Anyone who's played that game to its completion or listened to the soundtrack at all would probably know what song I'm talking about. Anyway, collecting coins and shifting Sandlands. It's not really that difficult. I find it pretty easy. It's just that there's a lot of coins strewn about, 1s and 2s, very separated from each other. By 1s and 2s, I mean, you know, yellows and reds, respectively. You can kill the Pokies in order to get 5 coins out of them. In order to do so, you need to jump at them and kick them at their heads or slide into them at their heads. And that'll get you the 5, but sometimes the coin will try and trail away from you. In a previous take, it actually went to the quicksand-ish bits, so take caution when going after those coins. Something that I forgot to mention, the fly guys, they actually do damage you if you jump on their heads. Their little propeller thing does damage to you, I guess. There is a blue coin switch here, but it only has 3 blue coins, essentially. So not very much reprieve. Otherwise, when you're inside of the pyramid, you'd have to kill a lot of enemies in order to get lots of your coins. At least before you start heading up. On the jungle gym-ish parts, there's, you know, like a ring of 8 and a set of 5 or so. So it's not too bad once you get up there, but at the bottom here, coins are pretty scarce. Or scarce, I'm not sure how to pronounce that word. There are a couple sets of coins outside, like I think 2 sets of 5. 1 near Bob-omb and 1 at the pyramid. It's like on one of the ledges of the pyramid. But this is the last set of coins that I have to get. Back to past me. There it is, the 100 coin star. And the end of, what was it called again? Shifting Sandlands. This is something that I haven't done yet. At least I don't think I have. But let's exit the course. And we appear way back, all the way at the beginning of Peach's Castle. That kinda stinks. But I'm actually pretty tuckered out from doing shifting Sandlands. So, since we got all the stars, we're going to enter a new course next time.